to Project Buddy. Today I'm going to change the brakes on my 2006 Buick Lucerne, as well as the rotors. I'm getting a little bit of shake when you step on the brakes as you're stopping, so I know the rotors are needing to be replaced, and obviously I'll do the brakes at the same time. So I know there's plenty of videos out there probably that are doing the same thing, but I just want to do it. So I hope you enjoy, and you'll see maybe some of the challenges I run into with it. So here we go. Okay, so first I'm going to jack up the car, take the wheel off, and then I'll start messing with the brakes. Okay, so I got the wheel off. I've got to take this bolt off here, this bolt, to get the caliper off. And then way back here, I'm going to need to remove some bolts like down here to get this caliper holder part off. I was told that it's best if you sort of turn the wheel so you got a little bit more room to work with. So that's what I did. And I'm going to take a C-clamp, and when I get this off, I'm going to press the caliper piston back into place so I don't have to bleed the system, and hopefully this will go really easy. Guess we'll see. Okay, so I got the caliper off. Here's the brake pads, they'll just slide in there. I'm going to take this part off so I can get the caliper holding bracket off, and then put the rotors on. And I don't know if you're like I am. It seems like I get the most exercise when I do these jobs because I'm always looking for tools. I brought out the wrong one, so I must have gone into the house about 6 times so far. And some would say, well, why don't you just bring out all of your tools? Well, every single different socket would be different, and I usually just eyeball it, and usually I'm wrong. So we'll get this part off and the rotor off, and I'll go from there. Okay, so I got that part off. This is how it looks. This is really on here, so as someone else told me, you're really gonna have to bang on it. But I've got to take this one Torx out of there. Looks like there's only one, so I'll go get another tool for that because I didn't realize that was there. Okay, so I got that off. I actually didn't even have to bang on it, and this little screw came out really easily, so that's good. It does obviously help to have the right tools. So some of the things that I've bought from Harbor Freight are things like these star point bits and some deep well sockets, etc., stuff like that. I don't go in and just buy them automatically. I usually wind up, when I am working on a job, I'm like, oh, don't have that. So now I'll just be taking off the rotors. Well, I took the rotor off, and I'm going to put the new ones on, so I got to make sure they match up and all that. So hopefully they do, because I don't want to have to go get new ones. So let's go from here. So here's the new rotor. I did take the other one and matched it up, and from what I've been told, they put grease on here to keep it protected. So I have some brake clean over there. So I need to spray this, and then I'll put it onto the car. So I've got it on there, and I just need to tighten it on, obviously, and it's sort of hard to do with just one hand, but I sprayed it with brake clean. There was quite a bit of just different grease on there, so that will get the job done. And then I just got to press the caliper back, and then I will be set to go to put some brake pads on. And the one thing that a coworker told me was to make sure when you're pushing the caliper back that the brake reservoir is not too full. If it is, I'm gonna have to suck out some fluid, and I do have a pump for that, so that'll be good. So to press this caliper back, I'm gonna put the brake shoe here, and I've got a C-clamp that I can press against that, or another clamp to press it closed. Okay, so there's actually 2 pistons on here, so in order to even it out, I just used 2 different C-clamps to push them back. So that should work. Now I'm going to put the new pads on the caliper unit and put the caliper on, and I did check the fluid in the brake reservoir and it hasn't gone over the top, so I'm good to go, that I'm not messing something up there. So it came with replacement springs, and I'm just going to match up to make sure, hey, the tabs are in the right spot, so I'll just pull this other one out, put the new springs in, and get it on. So I just need to take these out, slide new ones into place. So that's where we are. Well, I actually found it a little easier just to put this caliper bracket back on, and then I'm going to slide the shoes in, but I got the brackets on, so I just need to get one more brake and slide it in there. Sometimes sliding them in there is a bit of a pain in the neck, but you just got to sort of finagle it. But since you got the gist, I need both hands. Sorry. Okay, so I got those on. Now to put the caliper back on, and we're good to go. Sometimes it takes 2 hands, and you got to sort of push the springs down a little bit, etc., to get it to fit in there. Okay, well, one side done. So now off to the other side, and one of my co-workers who works on vehicles quite a bit, Rob Seibert, I'd asked him, I said, so do I pump the brakes after I do each side? He goes, no, wait till you've got it all done, then pump them up. And then he said, take it out and drive it and go like 40 miles an hour and slam on the brakes. So I guess we'll see how that goes. Okay, on to the other side. So I just got the brake again, take the 2 bolts off to remove the caliper, then remove the caliper holder, take the rotor off, etc. So if I run into any problems with this one, I'll let you know. With this side, these bolts, whoops, were a little more difficult. So I have a breaker bar. Sorry, that's the cord for my battery, extra battery. So I use this breaker bar, and that way I could get more leverage. And now it's I broke them loose, so I can just use the regular socket. Just sort of a side note, I always put these rubber gloves on to try to keep grease off my hands, but I always tend to rip them. So I don't know if they're really accomplishing what they're supposed to do. So I got this one caliper bracket off. I'm going to take that screw off and pull the rotor off. Okay, got that one on. I think I was surprised that these little screws, they were on there, but they weren't Wasn't like they were super tight, so it wasn't hard to get them off, but I was a little surprised about that. So now to put the caliper bracket back onto the car, and then put the brake pads in, and then press the caliper back, and should be done soon. Okay, got the pads and the caliper back on, so now to push the cylinders. It sort of helps having my tire right here, because that's a good place just to rest the caliper, so that you don't damage that hose, and I can use it sort of, as one guy said, use it as a shelf. So it's working out. Okay, we're all back together. Put the tire on, put the tools away, and go take it for a drive. I don't know how long this video is actually going to be, but I probably have been doing this for about an hour. But obviously one side I've never done the rotors before, so that was sort of something different. Not that it was really difficult, but as well as with rolling coal. So it just and doing the videoing is just took a little bit longer time. So this side maybe took me 10-15 minutes, so it's not really a hard job. Okay, the wheel is on. Now I need to go into the car and pump the brakes to make them stiff. And they seem to be firm, so I'll go take it out for a drive. Okay, out to take it for a test drive. Just pulling out of the driveway, they seem to work okay. So at least, yeah, they're working just fine. So I'll have to find a spot where I can slam on the brakes. I'm gonna go up to the auto parts store and see if they will take the old rotors. I don't know if they will, because I didn't buy them from them, but we'll see. If not, I'll take them to our local dump. So yeah, everything seems to be working just fine. The car's stopping, so that's good. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, or maybe got something out of it. Obviously every car is a little bit different, so what you got to do on one car is going to be totally different. But this was the replacing the rotors was new for me. I've done brakes lots of times. The only thing that I did differently was I used to take the bleeder and loosen it and do that, and then you had to bleed the brakes. It was a pain in the neck. So I had learned a trick from when I work on a car ministry, that one of the guys says, yeah, all you gotta do is just push the calipers in. That way you don't induce air into the system. So that worked quite well, and so I think everything's good to go. And replacing rotors is not that tough. It was pretty darn easy. So hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe, leave comments. If you're not a subscriber, just click the subscribe button down below. And we appreciate all of our subscribers, as well as all the people that aren't subscribers that just watch my project. So I try to make some more interesting than others. This might not have been that great, but it was a project I had to do, so I thought I'd do a video on it. So hope you enjoy. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you soon. Thank you.